Welcome to Peaceful Warrior Yoga. So we're going to be working around this area. I like to call it the pyramid or the triangle from the knees up to the low back. So we're encasing the hips, the abdominals, low back, lower obliques, thighs. And we have a lot of action in this area. We have a lot of muscle groups. But we have also some essential joints, the knee joint, the hip joint. And the hip is a ball and socket joint, whereas the knees are a hinge joint. So we have this incredibly complex architecture of the body. So we'll be taking care of that today. Take a moment to connect with that part of the body, that pyramid or triangle, that seat upon which all your movement, your locomotion, your walking, your running, your dancing, swimming, and just for a moment visualize the knee joint, how it extends and opens and straightens the leg, and how it bends to locomote you forward and backwards, and how much tension comes into the knee joints from all directions. Then visualize all the muscles from the lower leg that support the knee, the calf muscle, the shin muscle, the upper legs, the quadriceps, hamstrings, the inner muscles, the outer muscles of the thighs. So all these muscular ropes moving, holding the knee joint in place. And then bring your attention up into the hips, the other end of the thigh muscles, holding the hips steady, connecting the hips to the low back, to the ribs. All the muscles that stabilize the hip into the spine. And where the spine dips in to the hips, into the tailbone. This complex region that can extend and contract, can swivel. Take a deeper breath in, breathe into this pyramid, and then slowly come down onto your back. Have a strap handy. Extending the legs out for the time being. And just bringing your hands to the hip bones. Resting the hands on the front of the hips. Start to feel the movement of the hips as you breathe. Pressing down with the hands. Feel the hips moving up and down as you breathe, as the tailbone lifts and tucks. And as you exhale, focus on bringing the hip bones closer to the ribs. And notice all the muscles that operate as you do that. Abdominals contract, the glutes engage. And see if you can squeeze the butt a little more so you can feel the pelvic floor muscles adding to that hip stability. Each time you breathe out. Keep the toes curled back. Keep the back of the legs, long muscles. And as you breathe in, simply relax and allow the breath in to be natural, unforced. And start to feel the rocking of the hips, like you're doing cat and cow on your back. Three more breaths. And then bring the feet together, bending the right knee. Grab the hamstring of the right leg and squeeze that right knee in towards the right armpit. And gently extend that leg up, heel to heaven. That might pull on the arms and the shoulders, that's good. Curling the toes back. And then start to point and flex that right foot. So engaging the calf muscle, engaging the shin muscle. And remembering that as we bring the toes back towards the shin, this helps stabilize the kneecap. You can feel the back of the leg stretching out as you do that. Just hold that stretch. Keep the quad engaged. And then releasing the hands, point the toes. And imagine the femur, the bone that connects to the hip, from the knee to the hip, is trying to draw a circle inside the hip. So your foot's not drawing the circle, your femur is drawing the circle inside the hip. And as you do that, try to keep the hip as stable as you can. As if the toes are drawing a circle on the ceiling. And start to widen that circle. Maybe bringing the hands out to the side, palms down, to stabilize you as you increase that circle. Making the circle bigger. Keeping that right hip stable. Bringing strength into those muscles that stabilize the hip and the knee. And then reverse the direction of the circle. Should be starting to feel a little warmth. And the next time the foot comes up, curl the toes back, grab the hamstring, pull that hamstring in a little closer in, and then bending the knee, let the shin dangle, and then extend heel to heaven. Dangle, heel to heaven, just working those leg muscles. And the next time you dangle, Exhale, lifting the head up, coming to a squat, feeling your abdominals, and reach with that right hand and see if you can grab the outside of that right foot and bring the knee back 90 degrees beside the shoulder. Stay in your squat for now. Bringing that left hand down beside the hip, point the toes of the left foot and simply do leg raises up and down while you hold half happy baby on that right side. At any time you need to lower the head, you can. Otherwise, hold your squat. Let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and then gently lower the leg, lower the head. Keep half happy baby on that right side. And then with your peace fingers, if you can, start to straighten that right leg out to the right, feeling that internal stretch on that right leg. Bending the knee, coming back to half happy baby, and then out again. So just back and forth between half happy baby and this half split on your back. The next time you come back to half happy baby, bring the hands out to the side, heel to heaven, and we're simply going to keep that right leg lifting up the right hip and bringing it down and tapping the floor on that left side and then back up. Over and up. Over and up. 3 more. 2. And last one. Slowly lower that right leg to the floor and let the whole body go limp. In particular, feeling the activation in the right hip, the right leg. And then bending the left knee, hugging the left knee in towards the left shoulder. Keep the right leg extended straight. Big squeeze. Grabbing the left hamstring, heel to heaven. And we'll just do point and flex here. And once again, just feeling those muscles that stabilize the knee joint as you flex the foot. That protects the knee joint. Extend, makes the knee joint a little more vulnerable. Back and forth. And then pointing the toes, we're going to start small circles at first. Remember, we're operating from the hip here. We're trying to get the hip, the muscles that join the leg to the hip, trying to get them working with control so they're stabilizing and strengthening at the same time. As you start to feel oiled up, lubricated in that region, you can increase the diameter of the circle over time. Maybe bringing your hands out to the side to stabilize your upper body, to counteract the weight of the leg as it creates bigger and bigger circles. Don't go too fast. So we've got control here, using strength, not momentum. We're trying to strengthen these muscles into the hip and leg. And the other direction. And then grabbing that hamstring once again, curl the toes, bring it back a little further. Hopefully you got a little more range of motion here. Heel to heaven. And then let the knee bend, just dangle the shin. So just working that knee joint, heel to heaven and flop. Up and down. And you'll definitely feel all the muscles in the leg working here. And the good thing about doing this on our back rather than standing exercises, we've got no load bearing down on the joints, so it gives these muscles time to really find their own without too much load. And the next time you flop, exhale, lift up into a little crunch and reach out with your left hand, grabbing the inside or outside of that foot, bringing it back to half happy baby. And if you can, hold your crunch. If you'd like to support the back of your head with your hand, you can, if that's tough on the neck. Point the toes of that right foot, and we're simply going to do leg raises up and down while you hold happy baby on that left side. Let's do 5 more. Two and 1, and we can lower that foot and grab the big toe with your peace fingers, bringing the head back to earth, and then extending that left leg out to the left. And then back to half happy baby, holding the big toe if that is useful to you. You can always use a strap if you have short arms and long legs. That's probably a good idea. You just keep going, extending, changing from one shape to the other. Legs should be starting to get some warmth. Let's do 2 more. And then bring your heel to heaven. Holding that hamstring. And then bringing the hands out to the side to stabilize you. Point the toes. Roll onto the right hip and bring that left foot over to the right, tap the floor and back up. And if you can't reach the floor, that's okay. Keep going. 3 more. 2. 1 more. And then slowly lower that leg. And once again, let your whole body go limp and relaxed. Just feeling the impact on the legs and hips of working both sides. And then gently bending the knees, feet on the floor, hands out to the side, rocking the knees from side to side. For a little bit more core activation, float the knees up into tabletops so the knees are 90 degrees bent, shins parallel to the earth, low back imprinted onto the mat. Keep the feet and knees together as you sway from side to side. So it's another kind of windshield wipering, using the obliques to put on the brakes as you come down towards the ground. So feeling how the obliques play into stabilizing the hips. And the next time you come to neutral, pause and bring the soles of the feet together. So the knees come out, so we have an external rotation in the hip. Exhale, lift the head and reach down and grab your shins, pull the feet in closer, and if you can wrap your hands around the outer edges of the feet, do so. If you can't, use a strap and hold the strap. And we're going to do little butterfly flaps with the knees. So the knees come towards each other and you rock back, and then the knees push away and you rock up. As you rock up, you should feel a pull on the shoulders and the arms. And as the knees come back, your head goes back towards the ground. Really push those feet into the hands as you come up. Now the next time you come back, peel both feet back into your full expression of happy baby. Knees are bent. And if you're a very happy baby, you can rock from side to side, massaging out the back. See if you can increase the rock until you feel all the back of the shoulders get massaged as well, right onto the sides of the shoulders. And the next time you rock all the way over to the left, pause, keep hold of your feet and start to straighten the bottom leg out without letting go. Push out through the heel. And then carefully draw the top foot back as if you're trying to pull it behind your ear. Come into this archer pose. And just conscious when you reach the edge, feeling your hip. Oh, feeling through the SI joint there.
And just seeing if you can relax the hip more and bring it back more. Like just really gently stretching that string. And the more you relax the hip, the more it comes back. And gently release the tension, come back into your half happy baby, rocking from side to side. And this time when you come over to the opposite side, hold, get your bearings, keeping that right foot curled back, holding the right foot, start to straighten the right leg out. And then start to work on that left foot coming back towards your face, towards your ear. Left hand pulling it back. And once again, working on the relaxed hip to open the hip. So that relaxation more important than trying to force it with the arm. And it might be quite different on this side. And gently release, coming onto your back. Stand the feet on the mat. Once again, gently rocking the knees, windshield wipering the knees from side to side. And then rolling all the way onto that right side. Resting your head on your bicep. Extend both legs out. Try to line up head, shoulders, hip, knees, and feet. So you're in a straight line. If you let go with that top hand, you might even find yourself awkwardly balanced. So you can use that left hand in front of you to hold the balance. Now point the toes of both feet, squeeze the butt, and simply elevate the top leg. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Try to keep the hips steady here as you do this. Try to keep the glutes activated. And keep going. We're going to add a little bit of complexity here. So as you lift, point. Now curl the toes back towards the shin and lower down. Point the foot, lift the leg, flex the foot, lower the leg. So point to lift, flex to lower. So just noticing that those lower leg muscles get involved into this lift and lower. So once again, we're working the knee joint in a subtle way through this hip extension and lowering. Now the next time you lift, keep the toe pointed, stabilize. You're going to float that foot forward towards the top of the, towards the side of the mat, and then back just enough. Now you'll lose your balance if you bring it back too far, so push the hips forward to counterbalance, and then as if you're on a tabletop, just sliding that leg forwards and backwards. So working the top hip, the glutes, hip flexors. Now the next time you bring it back, bend the knee and try to kick yourself in the butt. Extend it out, slide it forward, back, bend and kick your butt, extend, slide forward. So we've just added the butt kick to the same movement. And that leg should be starting to get some heat now. The next time you bring it back and kick butt, grab that foot with your hand. If you can't reach the ankle or the foot with your hand, use a strap. Work on bringing that top shoulder back. Push the hips forward and pull the foot back. So you've got 3 frames of reference: shoulder back, hips forward, foot back. So that's all you're working. Opening up that quad, opening up that hip flexor, opening up the shin, opening up the ankle. And for a little more intensity, you can gently roll onto the belly, resting your hand under your head. And once again, reference points: bring the shoulder back, hip forward, foot back. So keep rotating between those 3. Now if you want to add a little bit more, you can start to push the foot into the hand and lift that knee, left knee, up off the ground, pushing the hip even more into the ground. If you want to add a little bit more, lift the head, reach the right hand out in front of you, and then lift that right hand up, lift the knee up. Keep hollowing out the belly. For 3, 2, gently release. Stack the hands under the forehead, extending that left leg out. Rest in crocodile pose. Bending the knees, windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Pause, rotating the ankles. Rotating the other direction. And then we'll roll onto the other side. Once again, lining up head, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, cradling the head with the lower arm. Pointing the toes of that top leg, lifting and lowering. Good. add foot flexion on the lowering. So curling the toes back, lower, point the toes, lift. Now lifting that foot, not quite as high, not to the full extent, so it's just above hip level. Point the toes and kick it forward and back. As you bring it back, push the hips forward to stop yourself from falling backwards. So with control, keeping that foot level, parallel to the ground. Add butt kicks, so as you come back, you kick your butt, then straighten, then bring it forward. So just adding that knee, hamstring curl, whatever you want to call it. So that right hip getting a lot of work here. The next time you kick butt, grab your foot. Work on those 3 key reference points. Top shoulder back, top hip forward, and top foot back towards butt more. So you're pulling on that foot, or the strap, depending. So keep going down, shoulder, back, hip forward, foot back. Stacking the knees on each other. Option to roll onto the belly to continue that quadricep stretch, hip flexor stretch, ankle stretch, shin stretch. Shoulder back, hip forward, foot back. Option to go into a deeper back bend, extending left hand out, lift the head, push the foot into the hand, lifting the knee, lifting the hand. Shoulder, hip, foot. For 3, 2, 1, gently release, stack the hands, come into crocodile. Bending the knees and swaying the feet from side to side. Come to stillness, bring the hands under the shoulders. Keep the knees bent, feet up, and just simply lift up and bring the chest forward. Exhale, drop the feet, push the hips back into child pose. Reaching active child pose. Elbows off the ground, head on the ground. Knees wide. Lift the head, keep the hands where they are, come forward, lift the feet, drop the hips forward, shoulders back, lift the head. Back to child pose. So we're just moving between those 2 extremes of child pose And then forward into that back bend. Feet lifted, hips drop forward, shoulders back, chin lifts. Just in your own pace. And the next time you come up to tabletop, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Strong arms, extend the right leg back, drop the ball of the foot, press through the heel, just working on that calf muscle stretch. Inhale, lifting that heel straight up and tapping the foot. Heel up, tap the foot, toes to the ground and up. Just a small movement up and down. You can add the left hand to move in synchronicity with that right foot. As the right foot comes up, the left hand comes up, right foot down, left hand down. Keep looking down at the mat. Now the right foot comes up, left hand comes up, and come into a stair. So just angling that right foot out to the right, left hand to the left, and back to center. Star shape, back to center, star, center, star, and center. Drop the left hand and bring the right knee, bend the right knee and crunch down. Now before you straighten the right knee, I want you to bring the head up, curl the toes back, so you're holding your crunch, and pretend you're a mule who's about to kick someone behind you, and you kick that foot back with some force. So you suddenly extend that knee joint, then crunch, curl the toes, look between your hands, mule kick back, 2, 3, 4, good strong kick, and 5. Drop the knee. On all fours, start to circle the hips. Make a nice loose circle. First in one direction, and then change directions. Come to stillness and extending left foot back this time. Drop the ball of the foot, pressing through the calf muscle. Deep stretch. So once again, that stretching of the calf muscle helps stabilize the knee joint as the shin muscles contract. Release that pressure and simply float that right foot up, toe tap down. So the foot orientation is toes point to the mat, heel points to the ceiling, hips are rolled to the left so you keep the hips nice and square. Not lifting the hip or lowering the hip. Hips stay stable. You can add the right hand in synchronicity. Right hand comes up, left foot comes up. Right hand comes down, left foot comes down. Now the next time you come up, pause Left foot comes to the left, right hand to the right, coming to a little awkward aeroplane, and then back to center. Out, center. 3 more. 2 and 1. Drop the hand, drop the knee, knees wide. Sink back into your child. And this time bringing both hands in between the legs, reaching back towards your feet, head towards the ground. And tuck the chin, bringing the crown of the head onto your mat. Inhale, gently come up and come onto your sit bones, extending the legs out in front of you. Bend the knees slightly so the knees are bent, and try to hug your arms underneath the hamstrings until you feel your rib cage nestle against your thighs. Let your head come down. Start to, so if you cannot feel contact with the ribs, bend your knees more. And as you start to become aware of the contact with the ribs against thighs, slowly inch one foot then the other forward, keeping that rib contact. Pause, take a few breaths here. And then once again, keeping rib contact, can you inch the feet forward a little more, toes curled back. So deep stretch in the lower back, starting to move into the hamstrings the more you can straighten those legs. But try to keep hip contact. Once you lose hip contact, just that's where you stay. And every now and then explore if you can go deeper, extending those legs out further, keeping rib contact. Three more breaths here. And slowly release the hug. Let the hands come back, extend the legs out. Windshield wiping the toes and the feet from side to side. Now bending the left knee, bring that right ankle over into your figure four. And pushing through the hands, lift the hips up into a figure four table, reverse tabletop. Shoulders come back. Chin can stay forward towards the chest unless you feel thing, make sure the left toes curl backwards to protect the knee joint. If you feel safe dropping the back of the head into the cradle between the shoulder blades, you can. Keep the hip lifted. And slowly come down. I'm going to change the cross of the leg. So left ankle over right knee. Start with your butt on the floor. Adjust your hands. Curl the toes back of the left foot so you protect the knee joint. Exhale, lifting up, 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 up. Try to bring the shoulders and the knees into the same line. Hips lift up higher. Head can cradle backwards if that feels comfortable on the neck. Squeeze the butt. For 3, 2, and slowly come down. Exhale, release and start to sway the knees from side to side. And as the knees sway to the right, left hand sweeps around. So the whole spine, the shoulders get some release here. Switch to the other side. So the head is turning, the shoulders are turning, the knees and hips are turning. And the next time the knees come to the right, pause and come down onto your hands, holding that twisted seal pose, and then slowly make your way down to twisted sphinx onto your elbows, forearms. And then reach just the right hand out. So right elbow's off the ground, left elbow's on the ground. Right arm straight. And see if you can thread your left hand underneath that right armpit. So you're trying to bring your left shoulder towards the ground. You're turning your head towards that right side. And slowly unthread, coming back to your twisted seal pose, so both arms straight. Keep the right hand grounded, lift the left hand up to the ceiling and behind you. And then bring it all the way back, maybe thread the needle again, and then back up. So of course the shoulder may not be reaching the ground, it's like a floating, suspended, threaded needle. But you're just feeling that in just above the hips as you twist. And then pause, coming back to center. And once again, swaying the knees from side to side with the arm sweep. And the next time the knees come to the left, hold. Come down to your twisted seal, straight arms. So you're on that opposite side now. Make your way down to elbows into twisted sphinx. Start to reach the left arm out and thread that right hand underneath, looking to that left side. Right shoulder coming towards the ground, probably doesn't reach. It's a pretty awkward pose. And then slowly unthreading, coming back to twisted seal, and then elevate the right hand up, 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 and over, back behind you. Really opening up the chest here. And then floating that right hand up and under into a floating threaded needle. And just working those two motions back and forth. And the next time you open up, bring that hand behind you. And just finally a few more windshield wipers with arm sweeps. And then finding stillness, find a block. And we'll come into Vajrasana kneeling pose on the block or not. So the block has several settings. That's the medium setting on the side. That's the low setting. That's the high setting. If you're going to use the high setting, use 2 blocks, or you could stack 2 blocks, one on top of the other. And then come around and just notice how the knees, shins, hips feel in Vajrasana on the block. Adjust, play around. Maybe you want to go lower, maybe higher. Resting the hands on the thighs or hips. And letting the eyes close. If you're in a comfortable position. If you're not in a comfortable position, keep adjusting. Until you feel the breath slowing down. Shoulders relaxed and down. Tall spine, crown of the head floating up. Chin slightly back and in. And then bringing your right hand up to the face, coming to gentle nostril, alternate nostril breath. Gentle means just covering the nostril with the fingertip. You're not pinching the side of the nose. If the arm gets tired, you can switch hands.
next exhale, release the alternate nostril breathing. And then once again, become aware of that pyramid from the knees to the navel. Just notice if you're resting into that structure, that strong structure that supports you. Bring your hands to the chest in gratitude for our practice today, and gratitude for our knees and hips, legs, lower body. Namaste. Thank you.